ridiculous. Call for a personal foul.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Being tough.
Michael, watch. Are you ready for some football?
I love the Patriots.
Little disclaimer, this video right here was made right before me and my friends played Madden 25, and this video was made just when the news broke out of Stefon Diggs going to the New England Patriots. This was recorded yesterday, March 25th, 2025. Alrighty, well, I can't do an actual video on my setup over here because I have some guys coming over for Madden night here at the crib. We're getting set up, ready to go for Madden night here at the house. But I have to put out a video right now for you guys because there is some breaking news coming out of New England. And finally, it's about damn time the New England Patriots got a #1 wide receiver on this team. Let's fucking go. Stefon Diggs signing a 3-year, 69, nice, as my friend Babs just said on his recap on Instagram. 3 years, 69, nice, $1 million deal to sign with the New England Patriots. I mean, this is what the Patriots wanted. This is what they had to do. This is what they had to do to get a true #1 wide receiver on this team. They had to overpay, whether it was via trade, whether it was via the free agency mark, whether it was anything. They had to overpay to get their guys on their team, the guys that they need in order to be a decent team next year. I need this team in the playoffs this upcoming season. And, let me tell you something right now. This went from possibly a D+, C- offseason for the New England Patriots to an A- offseason at this current moment. It's a big signing. I don't think we've had an electric wide receiver on this team since AB's one single game that he played on the New England Patriots. That was, 6-7 years ago, whatever it was. You guys can probably do the math or whatever. Anyways, he's coming off an ACL tear that is somewhat nerve-wracking. I totally get that. I totally understand that. But regardless, the Patriots had to do this. They had to do this. They've lost out on Chris Godwin. They've lost out on Deebo Samuel. They've missed out on a couple other names that I'm blanking off the top of my head. They've missed out on a lot of names that they could have gotten at this position that would have been key upgrades already to this team, and you just got one of the better wide receivers in the market this past offseason, and this is a huge move for the New England Patriots. It's a huge move for Drake May because Stefon Diggs was the wide receiver that the Buffalo Bills had on their team when Josh Allen was developing. Yeah, there's some things out there that says Stefon Diggs is a diva and everything else like that. But in terms of Drake May's development, this is going to absolutely help because you have an explosive wide receiver who is a threat in the end zone. They've been struggling in the red zone for the last few years now. When was the last time the Patriots have actually been great in the red zone? It's been a while. It's been a while since they've been great in the red zone, and now they get their guy who can get some separation off the defender, can create some space for himself to be wide open and to let Drake May do his thing, because Drake May had a phenomenal year this past year, and I am super excited to see Stefon Diggs in a New England Patriots uniform. I might actually get a jersey of Drake May and Stefon Diggs. That's going to be a... When I see that connection for the first time this upcoming season, I am going to be like, holy shit, I'm going to... Like the Adam Sandler clip.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
I cannot wait for this. This is so great for the New England Patriots. This is huge because now in the draft, you could really go all out on the linemen. I would love to see them get the wide receiver from Arizona still, because maybe what you could do with the Stefon Diggs signing is that you could use him as a mentor to a young wide receiver who's upcoming, like somebody like Tet, or if somehow he falls in our laps, which at this point, I don't know what the odds of that is going to be because Russell Wilson is signing with the New York Giants, so The New York Giants are out on a QB in the draft now, so I don't know if they're going to be going with Travis Hunter at wide receiver or if they're going to be going with Abdul Carter as an edge rusher. I don't know what they're going to do, but I do think that the two quarterbacks, Cam Ward and Shadur Sanders, are going to be the first two off the board. I think Cleveland needs a quarterback desperately because they have Deshaun Watson and they have Kenny Pickett as their quarterbacks right now. And if they're going to do some sort of noise, you cannot have that as your two quarterbacks. So I think they're going to go either Ward or Sanders, whichever one's going to be available to them too. And then it's kind of up for grabs with the third overall pick. It really comes down to, do the Giants want to get another wide receiver to match up with Malik Neighbors, or do they go with defense at the third pick in the draft there? I don't know what they do, to be honest with you. I would love it if they take Abdul Carter, because then Travis Hunter falls into the Patriots' lap. You have Stefon Diggs being somewhat the mentor to Travis Hunter to be the next big marquee wide receiver on this team, even though Stefon Diggs is a pretty big deal in this squad. So we'll see what happens in the draft, but this Patriots offseason went from a low to a high real quick. This is a big signing for the New England Patriots. This is one of the biggest signings that the New England Patriots have had in a while. I don't care if they overpaid on this guy whatsoever, because in order for them to get any players to play for this team, they have to overpay. They have to pay what's called a suck tax. And that's what they did here. They paid a suck tax to get their guy on their team, and I am super excited for Stefon Diggs. Last year, before Stefon Diggs went down with that ACL injury, he had 496 yards, he had 3 touchdowns, and he had, on average, about 10 yards per receiving yards that he had. He was a explosive piece for the Houston Texans when he was over there with CJ Stroud, so hopefully he can turn things around when he gets here in New England, because in his best year with the Buffalo Bills was in 2022. He played in 16 games. He had 11 touchdowns. He had almost 1,500 yards in receiving. He was a bona fide number one on that Buffalo Bills team, and he was a very good wide receiver in his late days in Minnesota as well. 2018, he had 9 touchdowns on over 1,000 yards. He really hasn't had under 1,000 yards besides last year, where he was injured for most of the year, and then his first 3 seasons that he had in Minnesota. So I think, again, people are going to say, yes, he's a diva and everything else like that, and I totally understand that argument as a New England Patriot fan. Like, that's definitely something that could be concerning, but I will say I already seen a clip from Julian Edelman's podcast, and I like this side of it. Julian Edelman said on his podcast that he loves the signing for the Patriots getting Stefon Diggs, because there's a little bit of anger there in Stefon Diggs in the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, as you know, when he left the Buffalo Bills, that did not end pretty over there. So if there's a little bit of hatred in him towards the Buffalo Bills, I actually love that, because we hate the Buffalo Bills over here in New England. I mean, there's a lot of Bills fans here in New England for some odd reason. I don't know why that is, but like, if there is some sort of hatred in Stefon Diggs towards the Buffalo Bills, which is the team that we'd be fighting for in the AFC East. Obviously, I don't know if we're going to win the AFC East or not. I wouldn't say so right now. I love the pickup. Welcome to New England, Stefon Diggs. I am so excited to have finally a number one wide out on this team. People are going to say, I don't know if he's the number one anymore, but on this team here, on this New England Patriots team here, he is far much better than what we had before this signing. So, to me, he's a number one, and he has shown number one tendencies besides that injury last year. So, I am so excited to get Stefon Diggs on this team. So excited for him to be Drake May's number one, to help him develop and to help him get that experience with a true number one wide receiver. And, like, I can't wait. I think Patriots are going to be somewhat fun to watch this year. Let's see what they do in the draft now. I think this was a very good offseason. I wouldn't say it's a great offseason or like a phenomenal offseason, because I would have loved Chris Godwin over him or Cooper Kupp or one of those guys. But, like, I will take Stefon Diggs when Mike and Ben were like, I don't know if I would take him, I said I would take him on this team because he's much better than what you have on this team right now, even despite all of his diva stuff or whatever. So can't wait to see what he brings to the Patriots. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this signing. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Stefon Diggs signing to the New England Patriots. Leave us a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe now if you guys knew you guys know what to do. Go to the website. The link is in the description down below. Until next time, it's been your boy Jesse, and we'll see ya in the next video. Later, guys.